Hey guys. Okay, so the way that tonight is going to work is I have 9 ladies who have enrolled at least 3 distributors, completing their steps. And our focus this month and every month is completing our steps of success. And that third part of that is enrolling 3 distributors every month. So we wanted to get together a seasonal lineup. So a lineup of ladies that are, some have been in the business for a while, some are very new to the business. So you're going to hear a tip from each of them, hear a little bit about their story. And to kick us off, I have Miss Rochelle Dimmer. And I think I just have to unmute you. Sorry to put you on the spot. There you go.
Okay. No, you're fine. I've had a day, so I'm here eating some Halo Top, and it's delicious. I'm so glad to see all these faces. So my name is Rochelle. I have actually been in the business over 7 years, which is nuts. Because I swear I feel like I just joined like a year or two ago, but it's been 7. I am a presidential diamond with the company. I used to be a teacher when I started, had a newborn, dove right in. After I promoted to triple diamond, which took me less than 2 years, about 2 years. That's when I quit my teaching job. And then the next year I promoted to presidential, and now I'm home and now I have 3 kids. So this has just been a huge blessing because, all of you mamas out there, you know how it is juggling kids, and anything else is kids alone. That's just enough. So it's been a blessing. So I just wanted to share with you guys, I've been in the business 7 years, and this is something that I've always done consistently in order to enroll distributors. But because of host to post, I'm able to even do it more because I'm enrolling so many loyal customers. And so this is my tip for you. Turn your loyal customers into distributors, okay? I think they make the best distributors. I was a customer actually before I was a distributor. I literally became a loyal customer, wanted nothing really to do with it, any of like the products, anything. But my friend joined and she pretty much was like, "You're just going to try this, please help me out." And I just felt pressured, so I did it. And I did 1 wrap and I was like, I have 3 sisters. They'll probably want these. And that's when I joined the company. So I've always been passionate about switching over my customers. 1, they are already spending money. They are already investing in themselves, right? So the whole I'm worried they might not have enough money. I'm worried, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, we should never worry about that. But these people are already spending money with our company. It just makes sense. So those of you, I feel like so many people are enrolling customers like left and right now because we have figured out host to post. And with that, customers are coming in. But we need to take the time to let them know they can now join your team and also be a distributor. So that's my tip for you guys. My last month, I enrolled 5 distributors and they were all customers. The month before, I think all my distributors, 90% of my distributors that I have enrolled since probably March were customers first because I'm enrolling so many customers with host to post. Like those are my people now. So ask them. They don't know. If you don't ask them, they have no idea that they can join your team. So what I often do, guys, is I get my loyal customers usually to host a post, and I'm telling you, they're the best ones to host a post. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're using the products, but I always get them to host a post, and then I always just throw out there, usually within their first month, hey, hold on a second. Hey, Davis, can you hush, please? Thank you. I always throw out there, hey, since you're already using the products, you might as well make some money and use them with me. And I can help you earn some free product as well. So that's my main tip. And I am going to drop in the chat. Claire Flores shared a message in our leader page today. And it's awesome. I feel like it's kind of what I've been doing, but I like how she put like the monetary value in the message to literally show, like, if you're following up with someone you enrolled and they're about ready to order month 2, it's actually cheaper for them to join for $99 than it is to run like a pick two auto for 2 more months, if that makes sense. So check out that message. But yeah, that's my main tip. Ask your customers. So.
I love that. And Rochelle, it's funny because I was thinking about my distributors from last month also, and I was like, a lot of them were customers first. So
Yes.
love, love it, love it. Okay, Lana, I'm asking to unmute you because it makes me do that. There you go.
Hi, Kelly. Thanks so much for having me. I haven't been a guest speaker on anything for a while. Okay, guys, I'm a diamond leader, and I am a single mom. Used to be part-time single mom. Recently, since COVID happened, I am now a full-time mom. When I first saw this business on social media, my gal and I talked for 5 months and I was like, ooh, I think I want to do the hair, skin, nails. I was lying to her the whole time. I was just intimidated. I didn't know how to tell her that I actually really wanted to do this, but I'm a very big over analyzer. So it took me 5 months of literally reading the comp plan. I mean, all in everything. And so, I'm a recovering alcoholic. And I got my degree in 2016, which is when I joined, but I was working part-time. I was working full-time as a waitress. That's what I've done my whole adult life, and part-time as an assistant at a radio station because I thought I wanted to be in radio. I don't know. And it just wasn't going anywhere. And this just seemed so exciting to me. And so I found the 99. I think I just didn't pay a bill or something, but I did it because I wanted it so bad. And, so fast forward, it's been 3.5 years. I'm a diamond leader. And I have been able to travel to Florida 4 times, Nebraska once, Wyoming once. I've met Pam, it's just been awesome. And I've just been plugged in, and my team's doing amazing right now. This COVID has just honestly helped everybody. And so, this business has brought to me so much joy. I just want to put that out there. Like it is not just about the financial. It is so much about the camaraderie, and like these women are my best friends. And I literally don't know what I would do if I wasn't able to talk to all y'all every day. So I just want those new people that are on tonight to just stick it out, because it's not just about one thing. It's about so many things that come together if you just stay and see. But my tips tonight, I've been doing the steps to success successfully for this year. I haven't really focused on that until this year, but I've gotten several customers every month, and always between 3 to 4 distributors since the beginning of the year. And it's been awesome. So one thing that I've been doing consistently with my distributors is always sending them to the insider group. Some of us don't use that. I use it every single time. I want them to see Kelly's story and Courtney's story, and I want them to see that this is bigger than just direct sales, just talking to people. And so that's something I do. I flip the script a lot. If I'm talking to a distributor just about the opportunity and they're ghosting me after like 3-4 follow-ups, I'm obviously not going to give up. Some of us might, but I just encourage you guys not to. Flip the script. Have them do a hap for you. And if you're having them hap for you, have them do a PDT hap, because then it'll hit their brain again. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what she does. I should talk to her again. I want to talk about just my last 3 from June. My first gal, she just saw a post and like messaged me, which doesn't happen very often, but it did. I get to know them, you guys. All of our leaders send each other scripts for like new people, like, oh, say this for the PDT, which is fine. But I encourage all of my new people to really like relate to them. Like, oh, she was a teacher. She was out from COVID. I related to her. Just talk to her about the virus going on, whatever. We can't just script things. We have to really get to know people. I followed up on the 17th of May, the 18th, the 21st, the 25th. She didn't talk to me in any of those follow-ups. I flipped the script. I followed up June 1st, and she was ready that day. So it's important to just keep following up. All 3 of these people I sent to, the insider group. One of these gals I've been talking to since last year. She just wanted to know about the weight loss stuff. And I followed up. I mean, I wrote it down, like so many follow-ups, but it eventually comes to fruition. Sometimes quicker, sometimes slower. A big thing is I think some of us new people get scared of objections, and like, so if somebody's like, oh, I don't have the time for this, and then we're just like, okay, thanks so much for your time. Absolutely not. I talk to them about their objections. One of the biggest ones is I'm too busy. I have this, I have that. And for me personally, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I have so much going on. It blows my mind. And so I get to tell them, hey, this is what I'm doing every single day in my personal life. And I'm still finding time for this business because it's brought me joy and it's brought me more time with my son. And so I encourage you to just not be scared of those objections and flip the script and get them in the insider group. I mean, that's what I've done. I don't know what else.
That's perfect.
Okay.
You're awesome. Thank you, Lana. Okay, next is, and if you guys aren't in the insider group, make sure you message your enroller or your diamond upline and make sure you're in there because that is such a good tip. And we didn't even talk about that earlier. And yeah. Yes. And Courtney said you're looking like a snack, Lana. Okay, next is, I don't want to say your name wrong, Chelsea, and I'm sure I butchered it. Where are you? I see you. I'm asking to unmute you.
No, you said it right. You're good.
I did. Okay. Tell everyone how long you've been in the business.
So I'm Chelsea. I'm from Texas, and I've been in the business for a month. And I already have 2 distributors under me, but I'm in my last semester of college. I'm currently going for my teaching degree, so I'll get to start teaching in August. I have a 5-month-old, just everything starting at once. And then I actually started as a customer as well, so my upline got me interested in it, and so that's how I got started in all of this. But so with my second distributor that I just signed, actually, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, I signed her up under pre-selling. And so her biggest thing was, oh, I don't have the money. And I was like, girl, I understand that. I didn't have it either. Luckily I found it, but I think pre-selling it's good because you start them off and you sell your 5 samples or your 7 samples or however many you decide to sell them for. And you're getting into the business before you can even start selling the actual product.
Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, so my last distributor sold 7 samples within 2 days of, just starting up and sending out scripts and posting stuff on Facebook. And she's doing amazing. So
did she attend one of our pre-sale events, or did you just pre-sell with her one-on-one?
And so I think we actually started the day after the pre-sale event. And so I just sent her like an old Zoom recording and she watched it. And then we just basically did it one-on-one, sending screenshots back and forth and me just helping her get along where she needed to be. So
that is awesome. I love that. And props to you for getting on this call and just having started the business a month ago. Like, that's so incredible. Like, seriously, you're amazing.
It's been pretty scary just to start off with, especially, I'm in my last semester of college, so that's crazy. And then, trying to find my first teaching job and a 5-month-old and all of it all at once. But I absolutely love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. So
you are doing amazing. Keep up the good work. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, I have Alyssa. Hey, girl.
Hey, I'm literally so excited. For those of you who know, this is my first time talking on a large group, so I'm very excited to share my tips with everybody. I am a diamond leader. I have been in this business since January, and my tips would be when I talk to distributors is you always want to be very personal. I think being personal, like Lana said, was you can relate to them and their feelings a lot more, just one-on-one, and just like sharing your personal experiences as well because maybe somebody's nervous to start out at first. Well, everybody is when they first start out, if you were that way too, but they don't know what they're going to be doing. They're scared, they're nervous, everything like that. But if you share your experiences with them, it helps them relax and get excited about the business as well, so they feel more comfortable. I think being very personal has worked really well for me. I have not only built a team, but I have built some awesome friendships as well. And I think that is very key in this business as well, because building friendships with your team members is awesome. So you can work together better and just have that guidance and a good support system. I personally, I don't know how many of you filled out an application or have made an application for people to fill out, but I feel like filling out and making that application for people to fill out will actually help a lot more on your timeline. For some reason, I've had way more people fill out applications than actually message me. So like the very, very quiet people on my timeline, those are the ones who I've actually signed. And share your personal experiences is a big one too. So like products you're using, or loyal customers that you are interested in the business but want to try the products first. Share your personal experiences. I think that taking the products yourself as well will help you as a distributor too. So if you haven't tried the products for yourself yet, I would recommend doing an auto ship ASAP.
I love it. And you guys, Alyssa just went diamond in June. So big
Yes.
congrats to Alyssa. And I love that you and Chelsea were both on here to share. Okay. Next, I have Becca Garrido.
Hey guys.
Oh, now you're frozen. I can see you, but you're frozen, Becca.
So my name's Becca Garrido, so let me know if I can't. Okay. Am I frozen or are you frozen?
You're frozen, but then I started hearing you again.
Am I okay now? I'm frozen or if you're frozen. Okay. Am I frozen or are you? I can only see.
You're frozen.
Okay. So I will just go ahead and
You want me to come back to you? Becca, I'll come back to you. Okay. We'll come back to her. Okay. Next is, who did I say was next? Amanda? Or yes, I see you. Okay. Amanda.
Hey guys, I am Amanda Fothison and I joined the business back in October of last year. It literally took my enroller about 6 months to get me to actually be somewhat interested in joining. And when I joined, it was actually half off to join. And she was like, well, look, if it doesn't work out, you're going to have tons of products and you can use them anyway. And I was like, heck yeah, why not? And I actually just recently promoted to Diamond last month. So excited about that. Woo! And I actually originally joined just to make like an extra $500. Like I did not think this would be something that I could do full time. And I actually now I'm doing it full time. I lost my job back in January, literally like 5 days before conference. And I was freaking out. Didn't even think I was going to go. And talked to my enroller and she's like, just go. It's going to be a life changer. And it literally changed my life. So last month, I actually signed 4 distributors and I've signed 1 so far this month and have tons of potentials I'm working with today. Actually, I'm talking to like 2 of them right now in between doing this Zoom and I'm so excited about it. So every month, like a couple of the other girls have said, I make sure to complete my steps to success. It's so, so important to grow your business. You hear this from top leaders all the time. And if you don't know what the steps to success is, it's signing 3 distributors and 6 loyal customers every single month. It's so important. And I start off my month with focusing on growing my team and adding distributors to my team and training them. That's so important within like the first 10 to 15 days of the month. So for me, it's so key to continue to follow up with all of my potentials. So any of like my hot prospects that I have, I will follow up with them like every single day. Like I'm not necessarily like hounding them, but I'm talking to them like, hey, how's your day going? Like if I've gotten to know them a little bit, I'll ask about their life, their kids, like their job. And sometimes it can take like a few weeks or even months. And what you need to remember is that they're watching you. If you're having conversations with them, they probably are seeing what you're doing every day. So, posting on your wall about the opportunity is so, so key because they're watching what you're doing. Once they actually do say yes, I make sure to get their phone number for 2 reasons. One, I'm sending them my website immediately. I'm immediately texting them. And then I'll be like, hey, can I call you? I want to talk to you and walk you through the sign up process. And if you have any questions, then like while I'm on the phone with them, like I'm having a conversation with them while they're filling out the form, getting them excited. I'm asking about their kids, like what their job is, and just getting them excited and letting them know how much I love what I do. Because I love being home with my kids. I would have it no other way, honestly. And I love the people I work with. I've never, ever worked with a team of women that I love as much as I do. So I just try to make sure to get them on the phone to get them excited. And then within that first 24 to 48 hours, I'm scheduling a Zoom training. I want to get them on a Zoom so that they know how to work it. We're always for corporate, talking back and forth with leaders. So I just make sure to do that within my first 24 to 48 hours so they can see my excitement and get them going. And that's my tips.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Amanda. Okay, Becca.
I'm good now, you guys. I was just telling them, I think I hopped on the Fortnite Wi-Fi. So I'm using my phone. So my name is Becca Garrido, and a little story about me is I actually joined this business twice. First time was in 2015 after my wedding, and I kind of just jumped in that moment that I saw Leah's post. So she posted about someone wanting to who wanted to work from home, and I secretly wanted that. So I just messaged her. I had no idea what the wrap was or anything like that, which is basically everyone who's going to be on your network if you've never heard of it was before. And so I kind of asked her what it was about. She sent me like a 10-minute video, and it got me in my field. So that's so something that got me in was just kind of tapping into my why and why I wanted to do this. I wasn't really listening to what she was saying, and it had me going. So I enrolled the moment that video was done. I told her, like, okay, what do I do next? Like, how do I jump in? And I ended up hitting Ruby in 3 months, and then I quit. And I jumped back in 2 years after, and everything was different for me. And so now I'm a double diamond, and I do this business completely different from how I used to do it before. Before I was a full-time manager at the hotel, and now I do this full-time as a mom. And one of the things that I kind of jumped in again was because of my feelings and that I needed the extra income and the situation changed. And so with my tip, I like to use that story a lot. For a very long time, I was kind of stuck in my own bubble. And for those of you who don't know me, I was a teen mom. And so that kind of affected everything about my decisions and like who I talk to, the opinions of others. And writing my story out loud and talking about it, actually, number one, it healed me. Like, I was afraid to say I was a teen mom. I was afraid to say that I was afraid of opinions. Number two, telling my story empowered me. It allowed me to start being confident about my story. Number three, it inspired others who were just like me. So I created this whole this whole like trust factor just on my network. And I feel like the people that I meet all the time, I feel like I become best friends with them. I'm that total hype woman. Like every single person who's on my page, I comment on and I like applaud them. I say, you go girl. I say you inspire me. I'm rooting for you. And that is one thing. Building relationships is so important. Telling your story and then trying to know others' stories and trying to be their friend. I feel like for a very long time, I just kind of enrolled people to enroll, and I built relationships, but I decided to make that my number one priority: building your relationships and getting to know that person. And then my number 2 tip is giving value. I watch Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, and he has this thing called jab, jab, punch, basically giving value, and then asking for the sale. And so when you're giving value, you're allowing people to know that you're the professional in this business, that you know what you're talking about. And even though I am not an expert, Pinterest tells me otherwise. So I go to Pinterest and I look up skincare routines. I look up workout options or workout challenges from home. And I put that in my stories a lot. And I try to give so much value to my customers. But I also have a customer page. So when I flip that, so when my customers see all this value, I started getting the tip from Courtney to flip that and be like, do you want to just do this with me instead and make extra income? And so that is one thing that has changed everything. All my customers start becoming my best friends. And so they want to do this too. And I start getting to know what their story is. And, I just relating everything to this business and just loving hard on them beginning. Even if you don't think that they're going to do well, that mindset, ever since Sherilyn Alcala's video, she was just like, start praying for this team that is going to meet you, that's across your path. And before I used to be like, oh no, she's not going to work. Oh man, she wants to enroll, but I don't know if I want her on my team. Now I just pray for them. Like pray that because the reason why she wants this is because, she wants it for a reason. And I'm here to help make that happen. So those are just a few of my tips of how I enrolled distributors. And it's my birthday, so I wanted to come on here and say that.
Happy birthday, Becca Garrido, all the way in Guam. We love you so much. Okay, next is Michelle. Michelle, I'm looking for you. I'm looking. So I can request to unmute you. And I must be blind. Hold on. I'm hoping that your internet is better. Michelle, do you have your camera on? I don't see you. Okay. Megan, do you know if she's on? I know she was having connection issues.
Her name is usually like G7 thin Q. I saw her on before.
Hold on, I'm looking. I don't see her, but I know she was having a hard time with connection. Okay, I'm gonna skip to Jess and then I will figure out where Michelle is. Hey, Jacob. Okay. Jess Fritzinger. Hey, girl, hey.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, y'all, what's up? My name's Jess. I just started last month. I enrolled 6 DTs last month. I'm just a distributor, though. My tip, I guess, for tonight is you should post like everyone wants to know what you're doing, but leave mystery to it. I post every single day about how this has changed my life, and it truly has in a short amount of time. And I post on a story, and I post YouTube videos that are trying to be inspiring because I aspire to be like Kelly all the time. But that's the biggest thing that's helped me. 3 of my distributors messaged me out of nowhere and just was like, hey, I want to know what you're doing. Like, tell me. And that has been my main success, is just constantly posting about hey, this is what I'm doing. And this opportunity is amazing. And I know you want to know about it. And then I also talk about how it's so easy to be scared, but look at how successful you can be in a short amount of time if you run through the finish line, sprint through. I'm nervous. I've been doing this for a short amount of time, but I have huge goals and I'm so excited and I feel so blessed to be talking amongst all of you wonderful leaders. This is amazing. Sorry that was short, but that's what I got.
Hey, a couple things for you. So 3 of the distributors you've signed came to you. The other 3, how did you reach out to them? Was it host to post? What did you do for that?
So one of them commented on a HAP that I had someone put up. It was the one that was like, anyone looking for a part-time, full-time job, that one. Then Melanie, my super shy distributor whom I love, she actually commented on a post that I put up on my wall. And she was like, hey, I don't know about this. And then all of a sudden, like an hour later, I got a notification and I was like, wait, what? I thought you weren't. She's like, yeah, I just watched some YouTube videos of you and I'm ready. Let's do this now. And I'm like, yes, let's do it now. And then Jessica, I have a girl named Jessica on my team. She actually lives near me and we did a workout together and she also has a son. I'm a stay-at-home mom to my first little boy. He's 3 months old. And we did a workout together and we hung out with our kids. And then she was like, hey, I want to do the product. And I was like, okay, cool. That's awesome. Let's get you started on the product. And then she's like, wait, so you're making extra money? And I was like, yeah, and you can too. And she joined right away.
I love it. And you go live on Facebook
all the time.
All the time.
Every single day.
And were you a customer before?
So I was a customer, not of the person that I joined with. I was a customer and I lost 25 pounds, okay, on Thermophyte and coffee, which I have every single day. And I often drink coffee in my live videos and talk about late at night too, at like 9 o'clock at night. People think I'm insane. And I talk about coffee and losing weight, and that helps for customers. I don't necessarily talk about that with distributors because I'm also one who is super shy and nervous about my story. I actually didn't even tell, you guys call her Brooke and I know her as Meredith, but I actually didn't tell her that I was a customer before. I just mentioned her like a month before I actually joined. I was like, hey, tell me what you're doing, okay? And then I was super rude and ignored her for a month. And then I was like, okay, today's the day.
I love it. Okay, last thing I want to mention, which I hope you don't mind that I bring this up, but you joined at the end of May, correct? And then you had to travel home to family because you had a family emergency and you had a death in the family. And you still did all of this with traveling home and all of that. And I think that that's important to bring up because so often, life happens and we have seasons, we have things that we don't anticipate happening. And it's very telling to where you're going in your business and what you're doing when you can, be going through a difficult season in life with your family and still be persevering and showing up in your business. And that it really speaks volumes about you. So I am so proud of you and so proud of you. So thank you so much for sharing, Jess. Is there anything else you want to share?
Okay, if you guys, when you show the distributors, I don't know if everyone sends this video out, but Meredith sent me a video, it was the first thing I did other than filling out money. And when they say in that video, and this is something that I say to all of my distributors because I believe in it so much, something happens every 6 months to change your life. What is it? Tell me what it's going to be.
I love that. What video is that?
Ah, man, it's like a DT training video with this girl. She's blonde haired. I don't know her name because I'm bad with names. It's like an hour long.
Oh, it's an hour long? Okay.
An hour long.
It's trans. Okay. Awesome. Love it. Okay. Thank you so much, Jess. I'm going to turn it over to Michelle. There you are.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. My my connection seems to be better at the moment.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
Good.
So my name is Michelle Martin. all the way from Winnipeg Beach, Manitoba. And I signed up in February with Megan, who's amazing, by the way. And right now I am ranked at Ruby. And also, this is my first time talking in front of a lot of people like this, so I'm very shy at the moment, but I'm going to do my very best. So what I wanted to talk about tonight is a few tips on how I guess, sign distributors. Mainly what I do, I think is very important, is to use the products, and more specifically, like, my favorite is the wraps. And from the beginning when I started, I wasn't using the products, and I realized that, like, now that, using the products is a huge game changer, because, your audience see you using the products and they see you getting results from them, and they're not thinking, oh, this is, fake kind of thing. Because they see, okay, thank you. Sorry, that's my daughter. But yeah, they see you using the products, and, they, like, if they see you posting before and after results, they're most likely they're gonna think, like, who's these people? And also, if you're using, like, customers that signed up with you, that people know who they are and they're local from, like, your community or surrounding community, and they see the before and after pictures, that's gonna, bring them in even more to, like, this actually works, like how it says it works, right? But yeah, that's how I do it. And also I go live and I talk about the products almost every single day, and it also helps that I'm very like, I use my fitness abilities to align with what I do as well. So, like, I post my workout tutorials, and a lot of people, nowadays they're wanting to, get in shape because of, everyone's saying, oh, since COVID-19, I've been, gaining a lot of weight. And I have a lot of people who reach out to me and they ask me, like, what are you using and how are you getting these results? And also, I share my story as well, like, just how you say, like, being vulnerable and just sharing your story and how you got to where you're at, and just, people see and they can relate to that, because, like, it's not all sunshine and roses. It's, you're showing them that you're a real person, and you can, do this, and so can other people do, as well, living a busy life, and, the mom life, and I don't know, just all that is what I do. And also being an inspiration to other people as well is another big help. So yeah, that's what I got. I had notes, but I lost them, so I'm just winging it here.
You are amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Michelle. Seriously, that's so great. So great. I love that. I'm going to need to come check out your little workouts that you're posting. So, last but not least, I have my dear friend, Courtney McCravey, she's ready to talk. I can tell she's ready.
Also hardcore, like, messages, and I just didn't expect, hey, what's up? How are y'all? I'm dusty over here, because I was so proud of all of you guys that are, like, giving all these tips, and, like, some of y'all are, like, in here a month, barely a month, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Which you told us, which is awesome. So thanks for sharing all y'all's tips. Like everything that y'all do, I pretty much do. It's just the main thing is being consistent. Like it's being consistent. It's doing all the things that everyone just shared and getting out of your comfort zone. Because literally, I feel like so many people are scared to share their story because they're just nervous about telling about their life, that maybe something happened. Like Becca said, she was so nervous about talking about being a teen mom, but how many people can really relate to that? You know what I mean? And feeling like they have someone that's like understanding their situation is key. And my biggest tip to tell you guys, like when you make an opportunity post, make it to where you are talking to a person, one person. And like, for instance, I was just making one tonight and I was talking about, hey, it's just like, I titled it like, hey sis, I see you. Like use the words you and not y'all. Like don't feel like don't like let your posts be like talking to a huge audience. Talk to one person. Try to level up with that one person, that single mom or that college student drowning in debt or that mom that has like 7 kids or whatever, you know. But use your story to kind of really get into people. Like I'm telling you, like when you put the heartfelt post out, that's where that's what grabs people. It's the heartfelt post and doing them every day. I personally do most of my opportunity posts at nighttime when people are in their bed scrolling, when they're dreading to go to work the next day and they're like, oh my gosh, how's she still doing this? How's she still talking about this 3.5 years? You know, and if you just started and you're posting about the opportunity at nighttime, they're like, holy crap, how's she making money from her phone? Like she just started this business. Like, what is this? You know, grabbing people's attention, and that's really key, and showing people the freedom that this business gives you, whether it's paying for gas or the little things is what really grabs people's attention, not the big things. Because I feel like so many people are like, well, I can't post about this because I haven't made a lot of money yet. Well, you don't have to. Actually, I get more interest on my posts that say gas and groceries than, you know, which I don't post anything about, you know, making a certain dollar amount anymore because we can't. But, you know, I get those small wins. The small wins are the best. Talking on the phone. I talk to everyone on the phone. Like most everybody I talked to on the phone. I know Amanda said that earlier. The 2 distributors that I signed this month or this week, got them on the phone. And guess what? There's an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old, and they have so much fire in them. And I'm like, holy crap. I was like, I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all are so young and y'all get on the phone with me. But that just shows me, hey, you're taking time to talk to me about a business. That shows, okay, you're serious. If someone doesn't want to talk to me on the phone, I feel like that's a kind of a red flag to me. I'm not saying that everyone that doesn't talk on the phone with you is not going to do well, because I've had a lot of distributors do amazing and didn't talk to me on the phone. But what I'm saying is, if they're taking time to talk to me about a business opportunity, they really want it. That's my opinion. And I know it's so scary to talk on the phone, especially when you're like, I don't even know what to freaking say. Well, just this might make you feel a little bit better, knowing that you know more than the other person on the other side of the phone. Okay, so if you say something a little wrong or like you don't really know, like you're like, oh, well, we shouldn't have said that. They don't care. They don't even know. They probably didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? So just go in there with confidence. Fake it till you make it. Borrow my confidence. Borrow Kelly's confidence. Becca's confidence. Borrow our confidence and talk to them on the phone and say, look, because here's the thing. I am very straightforward and blunt with my potential distributors. Why do we have to beat around the bush or to talk to them? We're so scared to talk to them. Like, we have to be so careful what we say. Like, why? They're human. You know, we should be able to talk to them like I'm talking to you guys right now. So what I do is, like, when people say, you know, they tell me their objections, they tell me their fears, and I relate. I find somehow to relate to them, whether it's like, you know, not having the money. Well, I'm like, girl, don't you know, like, we don't join this business to, like, because we have it laying around. We join this business because we need it. So how are we going to find it? Let's find a solution to find that. Let's pre-sell some samples. Let's borrow it from your mom. Let's do whatever we need to do because you need this business, and you pour that life into them. And I can do that really good on the phone rather than texting, because people are like, man, yeah, you know, like, I do need this. And I tell them my story. Look, I couldn't even afford Christmas, my son's first Christmas. And 3 days after Christmas, I started this business. Why? Because I was tired of being in my situation. And I tell them a brief bit of my story, but I make the phone call about them. Don't talk about all your success. Don't talk about you. That makes me think of that one song. Anyways, don't talk about you. You talk about a little bit about what this business has done for you. And tell them a little about your story and a little bit about, like, how you started and your objections and things. Yes, Toby Keith. And you know, you talk to them about, you know, you a little bit, but then you're like, okay, tell me about your goals. What are your goals? How much money would you want to make? you know? And, you know, sometimes they're like, well, I don't know. I'm like, it's okay if you don't know, but tell me why you need this. You know, well, groceries, or, you know, my husband, or, you know, whatever their reasoning is. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a great goal. Like, I can help you in that your first month if you're coachable. And because I tell them what I just expect from them, because I want them to know fully what they're getting themselves into. You know, of course they don't know fully exactly, but I want them to know, hey, if you're consistent with this, if you show up to your business every single day, if you ask me questions, if you send me screenshots, if you're coachable and you're determined to make a change in your life, you will do so well in this business. And I tell people, you won't fail in this unless you just don't do the work. There's no freaking way you will fail in this business unless you just straight up don't do it. And I tell people that. I'm like, so does that sound like something you could do? Could you work your business, you know, instead of wasting time scrolling, could you, you know, change that time, you know, change that up into working to make an income for your family? And they're like, yeah, I could, you know. So I freaking love talking to people on the phone, and I actually got away from it. And it actually, like, I lost my excitement signing up people. It was like people just signing up people to sign people up, but I didn't really know their story. I didn't really know who they were. I didn't know why they were starting, and I felt like distant with them. And so whenever I'm more excited this month than I have been in a while, because I got connected again with the people I'm signing up, and I'm talking to them, and they're excited, and I'm helping them sell their samples. And they're just, you know, I have this one girl was like, oh my gosh, I have 7 people wanting samples. I'm like, holy crap, you just started last night. Like, what the heck, you know? And she borrowed her mom's card to start because her debit card wasn't in the mail yet. And I'm like, that's the people that I want to help. So you guys, you know, I know we're so focused on signing distributors, but I want you to leave here knowing that it's more about them than it is about you. Like, I know you're trying to promote. I know you're trying to do all the things. And of course there is, you know, I want you to stick with your goals. And I want you to do all those things because that's important. It's important to have goals. It's important to write your, you know, I like to write down every single day, I'm going to sign 1 distributor today and 3 customers. That's like my goal every single day. And does it happen every day? Not every day. But when I write it, there's more of a chance of it happening than it not. So, you know, whenever you are talking to someone, remember that they're probably in a really hard spot right now, and they need you more than you need them. So don't focus on your promotion. Don't focus on, you know, you signing a distributor, because that's going to really it's going to suck the joy out of it. And they're not going to feel important. They can feel the vibe. They can feel it, you know? And I feel like, you know, sometimes we sign up distributors and like, okay, cool, like, figure it out. Here's all these pages I'm gonna add you to. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm gonna get aggravated when you ask me questions. Like, we gotta be really like, it's all about relationship. And people, what's that saying? I'm probably gonna butcher it, but people don't know, they don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care. Did I say that right? It sounds right. But it's really the truth though. It's really the truth. And so when you build friendships with your team, and when you build friendships with your potential distributors, like, I was cracking up on the phone. Like, let me just tell you guys, when I was on the phone with these 2 girls, they don't have kids. They're probably like, I'm never gonna have kids after that. But my kids were screaming in the background. I'm like, girl, hold up. Let me put my AirPods in. Let me walk out. Like, people understand, and I want them to see that. I want them to hear that, because I'm like, look, I can do this business being crazy, you know, because people like, oh, she's stay-at-home mom. But then they hear me on the phone, they're like, oh, shoot, it's a little bit more serious than that. And so, like, I'm sharing, like, you know, like today, I was on the phone with a potential distributor as I was strolling Logan, and I screamed on the phone because Jacob was trying to smack my butt while on the 4-wheeler while I was riding. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. My husband was trying to smack my butt while he was riding the 4-wheeler. I told that potential distributor that, and she's like, I was like, I'm sorry. You probably don't care to know that, but it's just like, I'm being myself. And it's like, take it or leave it, you know? So don't worry about the scripts. Don't worry about what you're going to say is wrong, because guess what? You be you, and that's literally all they need, because that's just what you want them to connect to that. You want them to connect to you. So that's for potentials. And when they sign up as distributors, you want to keep that going. You don't want to just try to be a script. Like, I know that people will need scripts sometimes, but I'm like, please stop worrying about the script. There's no magic script. There's not. And less is more, okay? Less is more. I know I'm up. Am I the last one to talk? Because I'm way over 5 minutes.
You are the last one to talk, but you're okay.
Okay. And it's not 10:30 yet, so we're good. So less is more. So how my conversations go, you guys, if I'm talking to them, like if I'm getting them interested. And by the way, before I forget to mention this, so I know we had our pre-sale party last night, which I take advantage of those as well. But if someone doesn't get on, don't get discouraged and pre-sell with them one-on-one. I actually had the don't wait till next week. Like, do it now. Like, pre-sell with them now. Of course, the calls are amazing, but like, don't wait, for a whole nother week to pass by before you help them pre-sell. Like, do it now. So I right now have about 20 girls in a chat pre-selling because of that post that I posted. I think Leah posted it, and it blew up, and it was after the call, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I'm not going to let them wait for a week because they're going to like forget. So I just put them in a chat, and then I kind of gave like the tasks, like, okay, here's the post you post, and here's the message. I want y'all to private message me to like screenshots of people who are saying, I'm going to help you one-on-one, but this is just like a place where I can just send like the things for them to do. And it's going really well. And that's actually one of the girls that I got on the phone with today was from pre-selling. And so I wanted to mention that, like, don't wait for calls, but do take advantage of those, because let me just tell you guys, the people, us leaders that run calls, I know that mostly like Leah and Brienne and Kelly do them, but like when we do stuff for you guys, take advantage. They're not for our health. We know how to, we really want to teach you guys what we're doing, and it's working. So make sure you are taking advantage of the things that these, us leaders are doing for you guys, because it really does help. Voice clips, I do voice clips. I love doing voice clips on Instagram as well, because Instagram, I find a lot of people that, I feel like Instagram is like picture perfect. Like, you try to be like this blogger, which I could never be like that, but so I want them to know I'm a real person too. I'm trying to think what else. I had another tip. Oh, and if you are not flipping your host to post into potential distributors, you're missing out on a freaking lot of people. Like, I've signed up distributors from anytime someone makes a post for you that actually posts, I send them this message, and it's been really, really good for me. So if you want to like copy paste, sure, you can do that if you want to. It's been really good. And so that's what I've been doing usually. Yeah, every single day. I'm trying to think what else. I was going to say something else and I lost my train of thought, but that's just, oh man, I was going to say something else. Don't know. But yeah, whenever they do sign up, I do like getting, like, I usually get people on the phone when I sign them up, and I get them to sign up while I'm on the phone with them. I walk them through everything. But man, I was gonna say something smart, but it lost me, so I guess it wasn't too important. Thanks. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I do to sign distributors. I'm trying to think what else. I do the application. I have an application, but you guys, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I don't check that thing like I should probably, because it's just something new that I put into my life. But I've heard a lot of great, amazing things, for people signing up distributors from that. But I just like to be more personal. I like to be on the phone. Like, that's my go-to. And if they're not, I will voice clip them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I checked my application. I probably should do that. Oh, and TikTok. I use TikTok pretty. I've started back now that I've figured out how to put the income disclosure sheet on there. But it's not been as busy as it was, but it's going to get there because I'm going to be consistent at it, and we'll see how it goes. So, did you have a question?
No, I didn't have a question. That's good. I love that everyone that spoke tonight has a different twist or different variable, or, their different spin on things. And I think that's, if you take away anything, know that you are perfect just the way that you are, and you have everything that you need. You have everything that you need. So to sign those 3 distributors every month, to complete your step success, you have everything that you need. There are people watching you, literally. The more I looked back on last month's distributors, and then, the people that I've signed so far this month, it's like sometimes they are people that have chatted with me and they've watched me for a little bit, and sometimes they've watched me for years, you guys. Like, I have a nurse friend that we literally have known each other since high school, and she just signed up because she's been getting her own results as a customer. And so don't think that people aren't watching, and don't dismiss the simple things like posting every day. Like Courtney said about the opportunity, she likes to post at night, and that's pretty much the rule that I follow, but I'm kind of all over the place lately. And, you know, the application has been great for me. I use that on my distributor hoster posts and I love it. I use it all the time. So it's a great way to kind of get people interested, and I have people filling out my application every day. So just know that there's a million different tips, a million different ways you can do things. But the important thing is that you put it into action and that you're consistent, just like Courtney said. So I so appreciate all of you sharing tonight. It means the world to me, and it will make such an impact in other people's lives. So I recorded tonight. I'm going to stop the recording.